and gentlemen, thank you very much. Welcome to Fayetteville, inside of Bud Walton Arena. Georgia Bulldogs come calling tonight. The Dogs and the Hogs, just 1 week after UGA is ranked in the top 25 for the first time in 14 years. And the Razorbacks in desperate need of a reset to kickstart SEC play here. See, South Carolina led for 39 minutes and 59 seconds before falling essentially at the buzzer at home against Florida. Let's see what's in store tonight here in the Natural State. Georgia with the opening possession in the road black uniforms.
It's a Georgia team that only makes 5 3-point shots a game in conference play, 25%. They are rugged in the paint around the rim.
On cue, R.J. Godfrey, the Clemson transfer.
Yeah, if you can't guard the paint tonight, it's going to be tough sledding for Arkansas.
Razorbacks, Ellie Davis in the starting lineup. His first start in SEC play and his first not in the starting five since back to mid-December. And we will see, as Coach mentioned, DJ Wagner running the point. He's got it now with no Boogie Flan for the foreseeable future. And a turnover. A game that came down to the wire. Georgia had its chances and came up just short. Timer down to 8. And Tyron Lawrence. The crossover and the floater.
And Tyron Lawrence, he has that. He's a straight line driver and really good.
Jonas clears.
Good job by Adu to throw up a wall and not come down with his arms, avoid the contact.
Adu left open. In and out, the jam. Thero comes in.
That ball was not off the cylinder. A good portion of that ball was still above the cylinder.
Thero triple teamed and had it blocked at the last minute by Godfrey. Here comes Blue Kane the other way.
Yeah,
and from distance.
That's his money shot. In rhythm and transition, Blue Kane.
Florida South Carolina game, too. I don't know that many of us saw that coming, that Gamecocks would challenge the Gators at that point. Bodies tumbling everywhere ahead to Thero, who lays it in.
Man, Roy, what a beautiful pass. About 60.
Brazil on the floor. He'll defend Newell. LeFew, the mid-range. And here comes DJ Wagner. Brazil in the air for a minute, lays it up with a scoop shot.
Very athletic, right, for a 6'10" kid in transition.
LeFew saves it over to Kane. And the three rolls home.
Boy, that's great discipline by Georgia.
Kane lost the handle. Hit the hardwood outside, that's a three, and it's short. LeFew off the mark. Kane, the rebound. He got smacked after 8. Brazil in and out. The lid remains on from distance.
Arkansas can't get offensive sensitive. The shots aren't falling yet. They've got to continue to try to lock in on this end.
Montgomery, a contested drive.
Boy, if you can't guard the ball, you can't guard.
6 from behind the three-point arc to start. James on the reverse.
Oh.
Surreal was hammered on the attempted putback. Leeson % free throw shooter.
Another kid that John Calipari knows well.
Could be distracting.
With your big guards, get physical with them.
Billy Richmond on the floor. Davis, the pump fake, and the finish.
So I do like that because he still has the respect of the defense on one end, and it's just there's a lot of uncertainty right now for Arkansas on this end of the floor.
Davis swatted and a foul called. Surreal snuck in. Let's see who. You see his numbers this season. If you would have asked me preseason, okay, what does it look like?
Portal. I mean, he was an 18-point guy on a Final Four team.
Down to 7 again. James, the turnaround with a left-handed finish and the foul.
Man, was that nice by Dylan James. You know, he started in that SEC tournament.
Mike White looked at both of us today, and he looked at Dylan James, and he said, we got to get him in more.
On the national scene.
It didn't take long, especially when you bring in Amore from Virginia Tech. Wagner with a pass. And the finish.
That's probably what he's best at. I think Wagner can get in the lane about a really long list of his former players that he has now coached their son.
Here with this Arkansas roster, that's a three. Silas Demery.
Can't capitalize on it, man. It just makes tough sledding.
Ellie Davis with 4 points to start. Good cut by Lawrence. He'll whip it outside. Demery again.
Yeah,
another triple.
Why?
Clock. If we get a good shot, we're going to take it. Well, they've done that tonight. They just haven't made them. 0 of 8, as we've talked about. From three-point range. There's a good drive and a good finish.
One of those guys is gone, but he was talking about Boogie Flan and DJ Wagner, and that's still the strength of this Arkansas team.
Newell back on the floor. The early foul is yet to score. One of the top freshmen in America. Jump hook, splashes that one home.
Boy, he's got that, though. I've watched this kid on film, and he shoots that jump hook a little further out than most people do with great efficiency.
I think I've asked you this question before. How come we don't teach the hook
That
shot
hook?
more than what we do? It's unstoppable.
Yeah, the jump hook is there. That's a Adu Fierro shot right there, center of the floor.
25-16. Under 7 to go in the first half. Godfrey picked up by Adu. He'll go to work. Couple of big man moves and draw the foul.
I go with him. He's still just a freshman. You got to make it a hard contact game and make facilities, camps, different things. Learn to swim, right? Georgia's campus.
Hogs missed their first 11 jumpers tonight. Trailing by 11 with possession. Adu makes
angle.
it 9-point game.
I said it's a bad angle. Asa Newell was not even close to being between the ball and the basket as a baseline out-of-bounds guy.
Stick back by Newell on the other end.
He just made up for the mistake. Drop-offs, putbacks, lobs. He's that kind of an athlete.
Kane fell down. He was shoved down. Shooter. And I mean, Jimmy, you look at you're kind of running out of time.
You sure are. That's the magic of the league.
Hogs haven't made one yet tonight. Wagner. Surreal snuck in. And Knox is going to force the issue and shoot a pair.
But it all started with the forceful drive of DJ Wagner. There's value in this league, Roy, of a guard that can drive the ball and get it on the glass, get the deal in his freshman year at Kentucky. But a very high character.
All-American. Gets the bounce. On the right side of Joe Lunardi's bubble.
Yeah.
It's a team that has made strides under Mike White in year number 3. Demery had that shot moments ago, and he comes up short again. It's tracked down by Montgomery. And Wagner with a forearm. Contact on the floor.
The number 1 team, but it didn't fall their way, and they come in here tonight knowing that
chances that final minute to try to tie it up, including that shot you mentioned by Newell. Great inbounds played. Have a chance. Hogs get it back. Hero. Some contact entering the paint.
I like what Arkansas did in transition, though. They run a double drag.
Leading scorer, rebounder. 57% from the field. Carter Knox, no-look dish inside the block at the rim. Oh, Dylan James.
The shot maker coming out of high school. He trusted the development of DJ Wagner.
Performance the last time out, one of his best games so far in Fayetteville. Been lost the handle, and they don't do it. An empty possession.
That play sums up Blue Kane, the first guy on the floor, and the recognition to know where another black jersey was.
Spots Lawrence here.
3 ball. What did I tell you about George in the corner?
Points off Arkansas turnovers. Hogs without a field goal nearly 4 minutes. Big Z will go to work, has the size advantage, and Kane bumped him. 35-21, largest lead for UGA tonight.
Him today, will we value the basketball? That hasn't been their problem. Arkansas only has natural flow right now for the Razorbacks on their home floor.
Happens from there. And a lot of questions, more questions than answers thus far this evening.
No doubt. And Arkansas would feel like they have a little bit of momentum if they can get this thing to single digits going into halftime. If he's active, there's a lot out of the game. It's almost like there's no one in here. Keep them out of the game by not turning it over, running offense, pound it inside like they're doing. That's who they are naturally. They're an inside the paint team and on the glass team. They're built to win on the road. If you're Georgia, you stay with a Georgia history. And that's what Mike White has done, how he's gotten Georgia back.
1 of 2.
And Georgia awfully clean in this half, for only 4 turnovers. That's how you win on the road.
Shot clock is off after the miss by Godfrey.
Shoot it.
Arkansas 0 for 10 from three-point range. Big Z turned around to Coach Count, said that was my bad. That's a shot.
Timeout by Mike White. Yeah, they try to get it to Nelly.
There's a 3. Finally. Lid comes off. Big Z connects. And a spark for the Hogs right before halftime.
Arkansas needs to run side out of bounds.
And for Georgia, should point out too, a chance for a quad 1 victory tonight. Arkansas ranked inside the top 60 of the updated net rankings. Of course, that's a living, breathing mechanism, if you will. That can always change, but beat a team in the top 75 on the road. That counts as a quad 1 dub and a good start with R.J. Godfrey.
That's so well done by Georgia. Mike White on the road. What does he do?
3 fouls. Numeral 0 in black. Davis, a step back. Big shot to open up the second. And John Calipari raises his arms
and got himself fouled.
Cal's reaction.
He'll go get it and shoot it.
There it is again. Davis is short. And a foul on the attempted putback. Hawks are going to shoot.
Physical comes flying in.
7 points tonight for Adu. Dogs still lead by 9. Godfrey up and in, and the response.
That is how you respond, to your point, on a away game.
To me, it feels like end of the year, those numbers he's produced so far this season. LeFew without a bucket tonight. Newell inside, cleans it up, and a chance for 3.
Roy, that all
CC for head coach Mike White.
Yeah, no doubt. And we mentioned in the first half, it's a rebounding game for Arkansas.
Asa Newell.
Action's as good as anybody in the league right now.
Out of the timeout, Carter Knox was fouled on the way up. Earlier today, New York City, it was successful. Out indefinitely, not expected to return this evening and for the foreseeable future.
Well,
LeFew still scoreless. Shot clock at 7. Montgomery no good. Newell cleans it up again.
Yeah, can't let it happen. Your first shot defense by Arkansas wasn't bad. You forced a pretty tough 2 along the baseline, but just not putting a body on a body, being physical with Georgia.
Nelly Davis, the side of the rim. Brazil. 3rd triple for Arkansas, 2nd of the half. Here's LeFew. High off the glass, in and out. Davis wide open. Brazil on the putback.
Man, appreciate the effort by Brazil. Turn to the miss.
3rd foul on Newell. And Cal was over there talking with her and just trying to encourage his star. Hey, it's coming, it's gonna happen. It starts at NBA and college. You got your popcorn, you got your hot dogs, you got your beverages. You got these world-class athletes.
You know this ball's going inside.
Surreal.
Yeah. Said in the first half, originally signed with Kentucky, the majority of his points are on the offensive glass, trying to
up, and you suddenly are 6'10", you're kind of looking around, dunking the basketball.
Come off either side for a shot. And you run him side to side.
Wagner gets it back,
Nice.
and the reverse.
He is so good and crafty and strong through contact around the rim. Team to go.
I wonder if Carter Knox can get going at some point. On cue, late whistle, and Knox in Alabama from Coleman Coliseum in T-Town at 8:30 Eastern, presented.
And not anybody playing better than Roll Tide right now. And Nate Oates got his eyes set on a Final Four in a national championship. That's why Sears came back, and they'll be right in the mix of it. Arkansas's got this thing to a 9-point game.
Head coach at that point, Sears, the leading scorer in the SEC again, 19 per game. Surreal, force one up, draws the foul on Thero. 2 free throws moments ago, under 50% on the season.
If you're Arkansas, you're 0-5 and things have not gone your way. You've got to handle adversity right now.
Time deficit at home this season tonight. It was 12. They trimmed it down to 11. Did get it down to single digits for just a moment at 9. And Thero's going to be clipped by James.
Well, that's good action. I mean, Cal just rips a guy from one side, and he came out of the first team meeting and looked at me and said, there's no team. Arkansas's down to 8 guys, and no one in this league's going to feel sorry for anybody. It is what it is right now for Arkansas.
Davis flips it to Adu.
Yeah.
Mid-range is there. Leads down to 7.
Offensive possession for Arkansas, maybe so far in SEC play.
Wagner. That's a 3. And Godfrey with a shove, and that's going to be game. For all that has gone wrong tonight,
no doubt.
This game at
A lot of damage from this stripe. Now 18 out of 21 from the line. Has this thing down to a 2. But talking to his guys about getting on the offensive glass. Same thing, trying to get Wagner to that right hand.
Comes up short, Adu. Free throws coming for Jonas Adu. Jimmy the Hawks tonight at the line, 18 of 21.
Yeah.
Now 9. These two teams physically getting after each other. 1 of 2 at the line.
Paint.
LeFew. Step back mid-range.
Tough shot, Roy.
First bucket of the night.
Yeah, the entire focus was trying to pound it inside. Dude, Thero was phenomenal as an inside defender and forced it tough too. What a shot by LeFew.
He's come off the bench in all 19 games this season for the Dogs. Averaging double figures. First team All-MAC last year at Mount St. Mary's. Response by David. 3. Knox inside and a chance for 3.
Man, Arkansas doing damage on the offensive glass. They're
just kind of grinding away, and Georgia appear to be running away with it. Newell, the spin. Adu, the help side D, and a whistle comes in.
I described Asa Newell
At the line for the 5-star freshman. Checking to make sure he gets it off within the 10 seconds.
You get 10 seconds.
We appreciate that.
He pushes it to that 8 in this half alone.
The jump stop rejected by Surreal. And contact, the foul will be called on Carter Knox. 67% at the line. In and out. And Knox claims the rebound.
Would he play call for Big Z here?
Coming off the 14 and 10 performance.
Yeah, no.
He has been held in check tonight outside of that 3 at the end of the
effort kid. He's a shooter in progress, and he's putting in the work downhill, and Thero as well. Press will come again, and it will be hot. Arkansas.
We can see the look in Nelly Davis's eye on defense. More intensity, more emotion. Asa Newell, patient finish at the rack.
How good is that for a true freshman? Under pressure on the road, knocks the contact off of himself. Out.
Big Z on Surreal. They've gotten away with the travel, puts it up and in.
That was length versus strength. and link one out on that possession.
Carter Knox lost it. Thiero saved it. Davis. And a foul called.
Free throw line. That is huge.
It should be under Coach Cal. Now with a
How about
1 point lead.
that 30-second shot clock for Georgia to work with.
Dimery with a path in the finish and a chance for three.
That's why this kid's going to be an all SEC guard someday.
He's elevated his game in his second campaign in Athens after all that was required of him.
21 from the three-point line. It's not a high-risk defense at all to go zone right now if you're Georgia.
Under 4 to play and over the back of Godfrey. Dogs now the double bonus, so he gets the 2. In the top 5 in teams that are unranked.
Yeah.
Like what we saw earlier tonight. Godfrey. Hogs tonight, Thiero with 12. Knox with 11. Majority of those coming in the second half. Ellie Davis. Hogs at the stripe.
86% from the free throw line.
It's been the difference.
Boy, if you're Arkansas, you would love to have ball pressure right now without fouling. Not the eye of Mike White, right?
I mean, that's fair to say
No
that.
doubt. Another missed free throw.
Free throw disparity, a major factor. 2 misses for Montgomery.
That same floppy action. Look at Nelly Davis running on that baseline, one side to the other.
Got caught in the air.
He had nowhere to go, Roy. Just keep the offense moving, make the pass, and trust the offense to continue in flow.
RJ Godfrey, a strong finish. Dogs back in front.
Well, they have been money, have they not, Georgia, for the most part? Hammering that thing inside, off the drive, off the pass.
Godfrey now in double figures with 11. And Wagner takes a tumble inside. Signed him, obviously. Started for Cal last year in Lex.
And Big Z checks in for Arkansas. A chance.
Tied at 63. More drama here in Fayetteville. Dimery, no. Newell, no. Thiero, the rejection.
Big Z bothered the first one, and Thiero got the second one.
You see the smile from Wagner as he walks it across midcourt.
And now Wagner is going to run the floppy action. Not so much as a jump shooter, but a chance to get it on the move and get downhill.
Big Z, wide open. Newell grabs the rebound.
And what a terrific rebound by Asa Newell. Out of his area, man, that cat just went and got it.
He's got 16 and 8 tonight,
Yeah.
and Mike White's going to call a timeout. What a night to strike. Lawrence nearly turned it over.
There's 1 minute to play.
Tied at 63 and a turnover.
What a
Dimery
play.
gave it right to Davis.
Yeah, what a play by Nelly Davis. Great anticipation. Man, you talk about a big... Arkansas has been so good valuing the ball. Only 10 turnovers without Boogie Flan in the game tonight. Be strong with the ball. At worst, if you're up this possession, get to the free throw line.
Wagner picked up his dribble and a dangerous pass to Nelly Davis. Outside to Thiero. Big jump stop. Big traffic. Arkansas's back in front.
Timing errors under review.
Here we go. Dogs down by 2. Dimery has to force one up, gets it to Newell. Fouled inside. Dogs have missed 4 in a row at the line. For the tie. Big time. Just trying to find an SEC win. In a tie game. 10 seconds to go.
Is Wagner going downhill?
There he goes. Wagner off the mark. Thero rejected. And a foul called with 1.8 seconds remaining.
Well, it's just what I just.
This evening. Short on the second, he'll get it back. Lay it in! Arkansas finds a way.
Boy, both teams played hard in the second half. Arkansas played harder. And it showed up on the offensive glass. And Arkansas going 29 out of 34 from the free throw line. It looked like Arkansas had very little push the right button. He got defensive energy in his ball club. Got this club to the free throw line. And Adou Thiero just closed it out. A fantastic job by the Arkansas Razorbacks and Coach Cal with his back against the wall.
68 to 65 is our final score. And the Hogs get it done. The first SEC win for John Calipari as a head coach of the Razorbacks. And a big moment early in league play. And coming up, you're going to hear from the head coach of the Hogs. Our final